If you're looking at annuities for the very first time, you are in the perfect spot. We're about to break down a simple, logical guide for comparing them. This is the same framework the pros use, but we're going to do it without all the confusing jargon.
This probably hits close to home, right? It feels like annuity companies throw so much jargon at you that your head just starts spinning. But here's the thing. You absolutely do not need a law degree to figure this out. All you need is the right framework, and that's exactly what we're going to walk through together right now.
And here it is. This is the framework. It's a clear 5-step system that's going to take you from feeling confused to feeling confident. We'll start by choosing your type. Then we'll check the company's rating, compare the income and growth features, understand your access and any fees, and finally, we'll talk about planning your legacy.
Okay, let's dive into step 1. Choose your type. Seriously, this is the foundation for everything else. If you get this part right, you'll avoid the biggest mistakes that first-time buyers make.
Before you even glance at a single product brochure, you've got to answer this question for yourself. What's the main goal here? Are you looking for safe, guaranteed growth? Is the mission to create a paycheck for life you can't outlive? Or maybe you're looking for a little bit of both? Your answer is going to immediately narrow the playing field down to only the products that actually make sense for you.
So here are your main options, simplified. A fixed annuity, you'll hear it called a MYGA, is a lot like a CD from the bank. It's all about guaranteed growth, and it's the safest option. Then you have the fixed indexed annuity, or FIA. This one protects your principal, so you can't lose your money while giving you the chance for growth linked to a market index. And finally, there's the variable annuity. This is where you're directly invested in the market, which means, yeah, it has the highest growth potential, but it also comes with the highest risk.
All right, let's move on to step 2. Check the insurer's rating. Think about it. An annuity is a long-term contract. We're talking decades sometimes. So the promises in that contract are only as strong as the companies standing behind them.
Here's a super important rule of thumb from the pros. For any kind of long-term annuity contract, you really want to stick with companies that are rated A or better. And why is that? Well, because an annuity is just a promise. Chasing a slightly higher rate from a company with a lower rating means you're taking a bigger gamble that they'll even be around to keep that promise down the road. It's a risk that professionals just don't take with their clients' retirement money.
Okay, on to step 3. Now, this is where almost everybody gets tangled up, comparing the income and growth features. But don't you worry, we are going to make this incredibly simple.
So first, let's talk income. The most flexible way to get lifetime income is usually through an add-on, a rider, called a Guaranteed Lifetime Withdrawal Benefit, or GLWB. The absolute easiest way to think of this is like income insurance that you bolt onto your annuity. It guarantees you a paycheck for life, but, and this is the important part, you still own and control your money.
And that's the key difference right there, control. With a GLWB, the money is always yours. You're in the driver's seat. With the old school method, annuitization, you hand your lump sum of cash over to the insurance company forever in exchange for those payments. It's a one-way street, an irreversible decision where you give up all control.
Now listen up, because this is probably the single biggest point of confusion for first-timers. You're going to see something on your statement called an income value, or benefit base, and the number is going to look huge. Let me be clear, this is not your account value. It is not real money you can just cash out. It's simply a made-up number the insurance company uses in their formula to figure out what your guaranteed income payments will be. That's it.
Okay, so what about growth in a fixed indexed annuity? It's so tempting to get wowed by flashy sales illustrations, but you've got to ignore those and look at the engine under the hood. So what are the parts of that engine? First, the participation rate. That's just the percentage of the index's gain you actually get. Next, check the cap rate. That's the ceiling, the absolute max interest you can earn. Then, see if there's a spread or margin fee. That's a percentage the company shaves off the top. The crediting method is also key. That's just how they calculate your interest. An annual reset is usually the most straightforward. And finally, the index type. A little tip here, stick with the ones you already know and recognize, like the S&P 500.
All right, we're cruising right along to step 4, access and fees. This is all about knowing what money you can get your hands on, when you can get it, and what, if anything, it's going to cost you. This brings up a really big question, one that causes a lot of anxiety for people. Is a fee always a bad thing?
And the answer is a definite no. See, most annuities actually have 0 fees. The fees you hear about are for optional, powerful benefits, like that income rider we were just talking about.
A fee is only bad when you're paying for a benefit that you don't actually need or you're never going to use. If you absolutely need a guaranteed paycheck for life, then paying a reasonable fee for that guarantee can be one of the smartest moves you make.
And here we are at our final step. Step 5. Planning your legacy. This gets right to the heart of a question that's on pretty much everyone's mind. What in the world happens to my annuity money when I pass away?
Let's just smash this myth right here, right now. The idea that the insurance company just automatically keeps all your money when you die is, for most modern annuities, completely false. That scenario really only happens if you choose a very specific, old-fashioned payout called life only when you annuitize, which is just one of many, many choices you have.
The reality is, you've got tons of options. When you're comparing policies, you need to look at how the death benefit gets paid out. Is it a lump sum? Can your spouse just continue the contract as if it were their own? What about joint life features? The value in your annuity can absolutely be passed on to the people you care about.
So there you have it, the 5 steps that professionals use to compare annuities. Now you've got the framework to really evaluate your options with confidence. And hey, if you'd like some help putting this all into practice with a clear, unbiased, side-by-side comparison of your own, we at The Annuity Expert are here to help. Our services are always completely free. Just give us a call at 770-755-1565 or check us out online at annuityexpertadvice.com.